to my ladies, run this, ladies, run this. To my ladies, run this, ladies, run this. Yeah. To my ladies, run this, ladies, run this. To my ladies, run this, ladies, run this.
This is the K-popcast, and in this week's episode, we are doing a deep dive into Blackpink's Jennie and Doechii and the song ExtraL.
We also share hit replays from Rosé, Pact, and Hearts to Hearts.
Hey, but before we get into those topics, don't forget to join the K-popcast listener fam on Slack and help chip in for our show's costs. Links to those in the episode description.
And now for some hit replays. I'm DJ Pedalo.
I'm Stephanie.
And I'm your PD-Nim Michaela, guys. And of course, hit replays are our K-pop song recommendations for the week. So, Peter, kick us off. What's your hit replay for this week?
All right, so I've got a song that gives the Kevin Nguyen's and the Vivian Trans of the world a reason to rejoice. We have the melodic bass remix of Rosé's Toxic Till the End.
Baby, can you pull me in close to you? All the nights stay in my head. We were toxic. Even when I said it was over you. Baby, can you pull me in close to you? All the nights stay in my head. We were toxic till the end.
All right, so I don't know if you know this already. Rosé is a member of Blackpink. I don't know what to say. She was featured in this song called APT or Apata. It's like a spicy white song featuring Bruno Mars. It's very popular.
We have a whole episode about it. You
guys
should go check it out.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got a whole episode. Check out Why Is APT So Catchy. Search for that episode. Rosé wanted to be like an indie like acoustic singer. Folk.
Yeah.
There we go. Folk. That's the word.
A guitar girly.
At one point. There you go. Yes. And she lived that in different forms. Anyway, Toxic to the End is like one of the other promoted songs off of her album that actually does well. I get people requesting that song at gigs, surprisingly.
And like second best to APT.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think like of the songs that get requested off that album. I would say it's probably up there, surprisingly. Actually, I would say it probably gets requested as often as like Jennie's mantra.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So anyway, but I rarely play the original version just because it's kind of slow.
It's kind of slow for the club.
Yeah, exactly. So in comes this remix, the Wei Chen remix. And actually, I was prepping for a gig this last Friday or not prepping. I was like on my way out the door to a gig when like a person going said, "Hey Peter, are you going to play like Rosé's Toxic to the End?" I'm like, maybe.
It's the Wei Wen.
And then he's like, "Oh, you should play this remix version." I'm like, okay. And then he linked this to me and I'm like, holy shit, this is so good.
Yeah.
Although I have to confess, I did play this song in the club and no one got down to it.
As long as you like it, Peter.
But I do like it. I think it's got a good build. It's got all the
There wasn't enough Kevins in attendance. You need a critical mass of Kevins.
And Vivians.
And also it's pronounced Wei Wen remix.
Oh, Wei Wen.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Cool.
But I like the build. It's got a lot of acoustic, like rock elements, and then you've got your melodic bass with like the very hard like Prida snares, and yeah, I don't know.
Takes me back.
Yeah,
I think when I was in college, this sound was popular.
In college, it's
coming
still
back
popular
around.
stuff.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. Millennium.
Millennium.
7 Lions.
Sure, yeah.
That sort of thing. Okay, that's my hit replay. Who's next?
I'm
Stephanie, I
next.
think you're next. Go ahead.
All right, my hit replay is from a new 5th gen group, One Pact. It's their Never Stop special video.
이 환상 속에 영원히 잠들게 해 Hope will never stop 우리는 꿈을 꾸고 깨우지만 하니 밤이 지나도 계속 영원을 말해줘 달콤한 꿈에서 Please do not ever stop yeah. Hope will never stop 이렇게 꿈만 같은 하루하루가 조금만 천천히 가길 Please do not ever stop Never stop
So One Pact is a 5-member Korean boy group under Armada Entertainment. It's my first time hearing of that label. And the members include a lot of alumni from a survival show I watched, Boys Planet. You might recognize Jae Chang, Jungwoo, Sungmin, Yedam, and Tag from Cypher, one of Rain's old boy groups. So it just warms my heart to see that these guys get a chance, even if they didn't make it into Zero Base One, here they are doing their thing. After Boys Planet, they debuted in 2023, and their name, I just chuckle at their name. It's One Pact, which is a combination of one and impact, which means together, we come together to make a big impact.
There it is.
Yay. It almost sounds like tech industry. Like,
Yeah, for real.
Oh,
like
boy.
if I hear impact one more time. Anyways, this song Never Stop is my hit replay for the week because I just look out at the dreary, cloudy weather outside as it's still kind of wintry here, and I just feel the breezy, beautiful, pretty guitar riffs with the airy, throaty boy vocals of the group. It's just like a pretty little song that fits the season quite well.
Although we don't have ice in the river like
That
in
is
the music
true.
video here in the Bay Area.
The weather here is better than what you see in the music video. That's true. But yeah, I just think it's cute. And
Yeah, thank you so much for recommending this, Stephanie, because I am like, I'm more familiar with the individual members of One Pact than I am like with their collective sound. I know Jae Chang obviously has a very extensive solo career and a whole other group to boot.
and a distinct voice.
Yeah, so it was really interesting to kind of get this new, more kind of chill, laid back sound from them, because most of their at least their debut stuff was more energetic.
Yes. This gives us a break from the club.
Mm-hmm.
Club.
Sure.
All right, Michaela, what is your hit replay?
Okay, I'm gonna heat it up right now, guys, because the pink blood that is coursing through my veins is on fire, because we have a new 5th gen girl group under SM Entertainment, and their debut song is my hit replay this week. It is Hearts to Hearts, and their debut song, The Chase.
내 모험에 저 걸음을 뛰다 온통 수수께끼 난 더 알고 싶어 Crop 내 맘대로 잘나는 환상의 조각 Sparkle sparkle 뭔가 본 것 같아 Hop 내 모험에 저 걸음을 Sparkle sparkle 수수께끼 난 더 알고 싶어
So, like I said, this is our new baby girl group under SM Entertainment. It's been about 5 years since aespa's come out, so and to be honest though, they should have actually debuted a little bit earlier than their debut was delayed, but we finally get them. This song officially came out today as we're recording on February 24th, 2025. And Hearts to Hearts is an 8-member girl group under SM Entertainment, and their members are Jiwoo, Carmen, Yoonha, Stella, June, Anna, Ian, and Yeon. And the meaning of their name is they will connect with global fans through their own mysterious and beautiful music.
All right.
World filled with various emotions
Snooze.
and heart messages. And move forward together as a greater us.
Okay.
Yes.
I would challenge you to like read these like band descriptions to any K-pop fan and then ask the K-pop fan to identify which group, because they all sound the same.
That's a great game show idea.
Yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, so hearts to hearts, they're connecting people and putting out good music and messages to the world generally. But their debut is kind of like really not just like the fact that they're like the 5th gen girl group. They are the first girl group from SM after kind of the SM 3.0 era, after Lee Soo-man has left, after a lot of like the original producers that started SM have left. And so this is a really interesting debut to watch, not just because it's, a big girl group, but because it's like this whole new era. And it's kind of, the song is giving what we've come to expect, right, from these 5th gen girl groups. It's more like, the new jeans era, kind of chill, laid back, like the styling is still very simple, but I feel like it's more just kind of taking it back to what we know of like SM girl groups, especially with Girls' Generation. Like there's 8 members in this group. This is the first time in a while where they've diverged from the 5-member model. So I feel like there's a lot of like connection with Girls' Generation with these girls, but like the Gen Alpha version, right? Because they like ponies and going on trips to, I don't know what Gen Alpha kids do.
How old is Gen Alpha now?
Gen Alpha is anybody born after 2010.
Ooh.
Okay, so my kids, basically.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I enjoyed this, and I totally agree with you, Michaela, that it brings a nostalgic, distinctly SM sound.
Yes.
That I've been kind of missing.
Yeah,
like we have the, aespa delivers on the like powerhouse SM vocals, like the Dongbang Shingi style, like aespa's carrying that torch, I think. But this one is sweeter while still like ringing and reverberating in an empty room. It reminds me a little bit of some of Boa's work and Girls' Generation, for sure.
Especially in the pre-chorus, right? Is that what you're thinking of?
Yes, agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, shout out, I see that they have an Indonesian member in the group. Shout out to Carmen, the first ever, I think, Indonesian idol in SM Entertainment, at least. We'll be rooting for her.
Yeah, I did stay up till 3 a.m. and watch their showcase, and there was so much love for Carmen in that live stream chat. So they've definitely got a large fan base of Indonesian fans supporting them and me out here. I have pink blood. I am so excited to learn more about these girls and see where their career goes and to figure out what's up with the ponies. Like, because there's a random pony mascot around, and I'm trying to figure out what that's all about.
The question is, do they come from Kwangya?
From what we've seen in this music video, I think this kind of I think Kwangya
they
has done
scrapped that.
Like SM 3.0, like Kwangya stays with whatever connection to Kwangya we have is like with Novice and aespa.
Okay,
these girls are kind of like creating their own multiverse of like, because we've got these like this like images of like there's this like school and the city. So we've got like their thing is about like the industrial, like urban area versus like rural.
No more extraterrestrial, supernatural.
Yeah, no, it's very much like just But there's this weird thing that's like very subtle in the music video where there's like this blue ink that like suddenly appears on the members throughout the music video. I'm wondering what that's about. So we'll see.
You can't just do something normal, can they?
Nope.
They kind of remind me of Luna in terms of like their looks.
Ooh, yeah. But
Wait,
still
what do you
very
mean by
much like
that?
the SM template of features, though. Like a lot of them look like a lot of other SM girls.
Yeah.
Like I'm like one member specifically, I'm not sure what her name is yet, but she reminds me of like a combination of like Joy and Irene.
Oh yeah, I
saw
definitely see that Joy Irene resemblance strongly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like when I'm looking at one of the frames of the music video when they're all kind of have their hands on each other's shoulders and they're like posed for a group shot, like it just looks like they're all, you know, porcelain doll, you know, look that I think like Luna was also trying to go for.
Yeah. Long black hair, light skin. Yeah. We're back to that.
Yeah, still clean girl aesthetic, very simple makeup.
But I think Luna was also going for like a younger idol too, right? Like someone who's in between middle school and high school, I want to say, right? And I think this is going for that same age range for their idols. Maybe they themselves, the members, are older, but in terms of like
some members born in 2010 in this group.
That's what I'm saying. Gen
Okay.
Alpha, Peter. Gen Alpha.
Yeah. Well, this will be the girls' generation of Gen Alpha, I guess. Okay. Shall we get into it? The
Every
main event?
generation needs their own 2NE1 and own girls' generation.
Yeah, I wonder who 21 is. Baby Monster?
I guess, but no
No,
one could ever.
isn't it Kiss of Life?
Kiss of Life is more like Sistar of
Yeah, they're more like the grown and sexy.
curvy, good choreography,
Yeah.
actually singing capability.
Dang.
Okay, sorry.
Hater.
Okay, should we move on?
You're not
Moving
invited
on
to the
quickly.
reunion
Moving on
tour.
quickly.
Okay, now for the main event, we're here to talk about Jennie and Doechii's ExtraL.
Yes.
Riding round, foreign cars, top down, staring at the stars. Attitude, so to start. Big moves, only extra large. Riding round, foreign cars, top down, staring at the stars. Attitude, so to start. Big moves, only extra large.
So, PD-Nim, you want to give us a little bit of the background of...
I am so excited to give you a little bit of the background because one, I am a very big fan of Doechii, and it is so exciting that I can get to bring my like non-K-pop artists that I love onto this podcast and talk about them. But so for the people that don't know, obviously, Jennie and Doechii. Jennie, member of Blackpink, she debuted in 2016, debuted as a solo in 2018, and then 5 years later, after her solo debut, finally gets to release 2 singles, You and Me and One of the Girls, which were technically connected to her character that she played on the HBO series The Idol. So it wasn't necessarily even like songs that were part of like her like artistic vision of like her solo career. It was just because of contracts, really.
Wait, You and Me was related to the HBO show?
You and Me, that's, to be honest, I don't have like actual evidence that says that's what that was, but like seems like that song was like the One of the Girls was the OST for the show, and You and Me is like a song that was like her characters on that show's song. Like it doesn't really match with like what we'd expect from Jennie as like a solo artist, right? It's very different.
I don't know. I think it kind of like I could listen to Cello and then hear You and Me as an offshoot of that.
Yeah. But if anything, you could definitely say that she released that song in 2023 because of like the promotion cycle of The Idol and like getting herself out there, at least in the beginning, in like the Western market, right? No? Yes, no?
I don't know. To me, it sounded like YG was like, "Hey, your contract's about to expire. Let's get you out there, milk you while we can."
Right. Okay. And then, okay, but now fast forward, she has left YG as a solo artist. She's still part of Blackpink under YG, but as a solo artist, she created her own label called Atelier, right? Atelier.
Mm-hmm.
And on November 2023, and then she co-signed with Columbia Records in September of 2024, which is where we get this Doechii collab, because Doechii is co-signed under Columbia Records as well. And she also, like Jennie, she got her start in 2016 as basically a SoundCloud musician, and she had a very popular YouTube vlog, and her songs were getting picked up on TikTok. And then in 2022, she signed with TDE, or Top Dog Entertainment, which for people that don't know is really the label that built up careers of people like Kendrick Lamar and SZA. So for her being the first female rapper to join that label since Kendrick left, there was like a big moment in her career, as far as like a lot of pressure for her to make a name for herself in the industry. And now fast forward like a few years later, 2024, she is a Grammy award winning artist. She won the Grammy and for best rap album with her mixtape, mind you, Alligator Bites Never Heal, in 2025. So they are both kind of like in this interesting spot where, like, based on like what they've kind of released as far as like bodies of work in the industry, they're technically still kind of up and coming artists, even though they both have like long careers. So that's why I love this collaboration at this point for both of them, because they're still kind of making their way together in the industry, which I love.
Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it like that. That's an inspiring story. I'm just seeing their paths like weaving, and I'm seeing the hard work they've been putting in years and years and years to make it to this point, and they probably understand each other in a way.
And coming at it both from like very like Jennie trying to represent Korean women in the Western industry, and Doechii really trying to pave the way, as we say, for Black women, especially Black women, having like limitless versions of self-expression and artistry, and not being forced to do what the industry is expected, especially of Black female rappers.
And especially Doechii being dark-skinned.
Yes.
And queer.
Mm-hmm.
She's gay. She has a girlfriend. So just like to see her be recognized on the world stage, and to just like get her flowers so young, it's inspiring.
Have we seen this before in K-pop? Do you guys know? Like in terms of like, because obviously we've had a lot of like Black women featured in like, K-pop group, like as like usually for like the rap verse.
Right.
in a song.
Megan.
Meg.
Yeah.
Lato.
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki on Idol.
This one feels like it's, equal weighting in terms of like who's got what line distribution in the song.
Mm-hmm.
And here, seeing that equal weight in like, screen time and verses, to me feels somewhat unprecedented. I'm struggling to think of any other time we've seen this in K-pop before.
Well, I would
like
go
Black
to her
female.
label mate and look at what Lisa's been doing with her collaborations. But yeah, I would agree with you, Peter, as far as like at least the level of this collaboration, where, like you said, the equal, not just like, oh, we've got this artist and we want you to help boost them by featuring on the song kind of thing,
But we're still going to release an original version without the rapper.
Oh yeah, that bothered me, by the way. Did you see that with this album? Like, on one hand, I was like, okay, that happens all the time for all K-pop, but it's like, it does feel a little weird to even offer that option as a way to like remove this person, from the song when she's so prominently featured in it.
Yeah, there's some kind of money issue, I'm sure. But yeah, no, I think you're right, Peter. I was really pleased to see them collaborating so closely on this, for them to have a verse where they are just like going line for line with each other, for them to be in person in the music video interacting with each other. They filmed it in LA, so I'll like pause there. But yes, this does seem almost unprecedented in terms of the closeness in this collaboration.
Do you guys think it changes like Jennie's brand as well? Or I don't know if like Doechii, I feel like, you know, she probably has more artistic liberty and creative freedom that, like, you know, who she collaborates with maybe doesn't as much like affect the creative direction of her brand, like, because, you know, she was already, you know, probably more liberated to collaborate with whomever. Whereas I feel like with Jennie, you know, her history today has been a bit more controlled. And I just wonder, like, I'm not articulating this well, but it takes her brand in a slightly more Western friendly direction, I want to say, given this collaboration, that I don't know what the Korean reception is to this song.
Oh, want to jump in, Michaela?
Well, at least as far as like what people expect from Jennie and what Jennie is like seeing as her own like version of her brand, when it comes to like specifically this project, she's mentioned in multiple interviews about this song and this upcoming album that like these are all things that she's wanted to do for a very long time, but clearly because of previous management she hasn't been able to do. So if I think for her as the soloist, I think this song specifically is taking her career as a soloist separate from Jennie from Blackpink. You know, she's Jennie Ruby Jane here. This is who she is as a solo artist. But as far as like the reception, it's very similar to, again, what we kind of saw with her debut in The Idol, kind of the bit of the shock and the clutching of pearls at the fact that she's wearing a bra, you know, the fact that her styling is very different from like her styling in Blackpink. But as far as like the song specifically, I think some people have kind of felt that, or commented that like Doechii's presence on the song maybe overshadows Jennie's performance in that way, just because of, you know, maybe her star power, but then also just her artistic presence on the song is much greater than Jennie's.
No, how do they feel about that? Mm-hmm. So many questions. Fan reception that I've been seeing just anecdotally is folks are really excited about this. And,
no, of course, for all the people who are haters, obviously there are people who
haters
are
gonna
loving
hate,
this collaboration.
you know, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, did that answer your question, Peter? I don't know if
I guess, like, you know, this is commercially performing well in Korea, you know, like was that the intended audience for this, or was this, you know,
I don't think so. I don't with her solo career, I think her intended audience either is like, you know, the Western audience or like the international audience. So I don't think it was necessarily intended for that, especially since it's like technically, you know, under her Columbia Records distributor. So, you know, Columbia is going to want to reach as many people as they want or they can with this song. Yeah.
I mean, look, I am obviously a Western person. So acknowledging that, like, I like this direction for Jennie more than what we saw with Solo, You and I.
Not too much on Solo. That's still my jam. Carry on.
Solo still sounds very Teddy Park inspired.
Okay, true.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Stephanie, do you want to take it away with your, or unless there's anything else, Michaela, that you want to say on background on the song?
Yeah, just going back, talking about, like, again, so this is a pre-release song for the album that's coming out in March. she mentioned that, you know, with this song specifically in the album Ruby, that she wanted to inspire women to understand and to be able to stick up for who they are. And I think, Stephanie, right, you did the deep dive into the lyrics on this one. So did you have anything, like, where are we seeing that message continued in this song specifically?
Oh, everywhere. Everywhere. It's all throughout the lyrics, the women's empowerment. I mean, the song starts with a chant of women stomping while yelling, "Do my ladies run this? Do my ladies run this? Ladies run this." I'm, hearing, of course, in the background, Beyonce's "Who Run the World, Girls," right? It's just like an iconic intro that catches your attention, and it comes back through the chorus as well. And let me see, like some of the other. So Jennie comes right out the gate talking about all my girls looking good. They got their own money, no sponsor, their own funding. Okay, so the girls have their own money. That's an empowerment message, a little capitalistic, but we want, equal pay, right? Of course. And then Doechii even takes it further with her lines about, "I'm in the boardroom looking bored because I'm not here for pleasing the men." So calling out men specifically, like, I'm not here to please them. I'm not here to reason with them, right? Can't keep up. What happened to them? We're lapping the men, right? So it's just like direct fighting words, taking down the men, and unapologetically, right? I don't think are there any male dancers or anything in the video? I don't think so. I think it's all
there's
ladies.
The guy's head.
There's the guy's head. Yeah, there's like,
they're on top of his head technically.
They're dancing on his head.
Ingrown hairs or something.
Dominant move.
Yeah.
So I think the message is 100% clear. Ladies run this. Girls run the world. Lyrics were written by Jennie herself, Doechii herself, Dem Jointz, one of our favorite producers in all of K-pop. Hey.
Right.
Sorana, a Romanian singer, and then an American songwriter, Alexis Andrea Boyd. So a team came together, wrote these lyrics, and you can kind of tell, I think, what Doechii wrote herself versus what Jennie and maybe the other members of the team contributed. I could jump into.
Wait, no, explain that last part more. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, why was?
Oh yeah.
What makes you say that?
Well, I was going to, with 100% love in my heart, call out some differences in terms of the choice in rhyming and choice in wordplay, and just the skill level of rapping there with so much love. Jennie's verses sound super fun. I love to sing along to them, and she has an amazing vocal tone as a singer. Like, that's where she really shines, is she is like singing her rap, right?
Yeah.
But just take a look here. The line Jennie says in the first verse, "Get a pick, it'll last you long. Whole team, they be gassing on us." The rhyme between "last you long" and "gassing on us", it's a little awkward. It's not an exact match.
It sounds like a Jen Soyeon.
It's
like
it's kind of written by I don't want to assume like who wrote this line specifically, but it doesn't sound like it's written by someone who's like really inside the center of the culture, right? They're coming from a little bit outside, and the delivery of it, like the word choice here for rhyming, sounds a little clunky or awkward compared to, we have Doechii coming in with, "I'm not here for pleasing the men, not here to reason with them." So pleasing and reason, what happened to them, we lapping the men. So there's just like a more exact and satisfying sound to the rhyme word choice here, and the word play as well. In the boardroom, I'm looking bored, right? yeah, just overall in Doechii's verses, the rhyming is a bit tighter. And yeah, the word choice, as I said, the word play, as well as I'm no rap expert, but just listening to the cadence at which the rap is delivered. Jennie relies on a lot of triples repeated over and over, whereas Doechii just has more of a variety in what she chooses as her method of riding the beat. Right, Jennie sticks to the beat itself, 1 2 3 1 2 3, or 1 2 3 4. Whereas Doechii, if the beat is going, she's doing something completely different but fitting in between. Right, so she just this is a real rapper. Right, this is someone who's been doing this and been in the center of the practice of the technique. And Doechii has, you know, written and spoken a lot about how hip hop and rap is an underrated intellectual art, even. And so I think we see that here. One of my favorite parts was when Jennie and Doechii have a combined verse and they're going line for line. And I feel like the quality gets elevated as the music swells and the energy rises there.
Wait, which verse is that?
Jennie and Doechii. So it's right after Doechii's verse. They go one line at a time, like building on each other. And so I thought, okay, maybe Doechii is like elevating the skill here for both of them. But I just really enjoyed it overall. It was a great matchup where, you know, Jennie's vocal skill really shines. I like to sing along to the chorus mainly because it just has this satisfying, like, longer notes.
Yeah.
Over the bass. But yeah, then Doechii's verse comes on and I can't help but bounce with that. And so I think that unless you all had comments on the lyrics or the rap.
What about when Jennie says, you know, whole team they be? Like, Jennie doesn't sound that way when she's talking normally.
They be gassing on us. Yeah, she doesn't. And that reminds me, I was gonna mention one more lyric. Oh no.
Oh,
yeah. It just seemed like I wish that Jennie's lines could have been more matched to her natural speaking or to words that she might use. Some of it seemed a little forced.
It might be a better contrast that way, right?
Yes.
Like, we're having those different, like, rapping styles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, this might be the first ever. Can we say this word on the show, Peter? This might be the first
this
ever.
This is your guys' show, so whatever you guys want to say.
Okay. Doechii says cunt in the lyrics. Clutch them
we said that on the
pearls.
show before.
Well, yeah, I think we have, but you specifically have said it, Peter.
Oh wow, way to call
Roll
me
the
out.
tape. No,
Thanks.
You have said it. I remember. I don't know when, but you said it. But this might, I mean, if we consider this song K-pop at all, which maybe we can debate about that, this would be a first, I think, for a K-pop artist to release or be on a song where that word specifically is uttered. So you're raising the bar there in terms of edginess, controversy.
Look, obviously we are a K-pop podcast.
Yeah.
And we're choosing to cover this because we would count this song as in the realm of K-pop, probably especially given, you know, Jennie's history, you know, to date. But, like, I don't know. I guess I'm asking myself, is this still K-pop? Because there's stuff being done here that we wouldn't ordinarily hear in K-pop, right? Or is this just paving the way? Now we're going to hear this in K-pop.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for the next, like, mostly Korean language song to have just cunt sprinkled into the chorus, in the title. It's coming.
Well, I also want to take it back to the fact that Dem Jointz was a producer on this song. And, and how his, especially when it comes to SM artists and a lot of big label artists, his sound, his influence on the K-pop industry has really shaped a lot of like the trends that we've seen for the past, almost like at least 5 years, maybe more. So I feel like his influence, especially on just kind of at least the production side, I feel like as a somebody who has produced so much K-pop, I feel like his sound and his style is something that we can at least put in the K-pop category with this release.
Yeah.
Well, for sound, yes. But I guess it's just more like topic and word choice that I feel like, this isn't what we get in K-pop, right? Or is this making it possible that we can now have this in K-pop? I guess is the question I'm asking.
Let's
listeners,
hope so.
Give us your thoughts. Link in the Slack in the episode description. Link in the episode description. All right, should we move on to music? Anything else?
Yeah, Peter, tell what other parts of the music that you really want to highlight?
Well, I guess there's a few ways to slice this. I kind of want to, if it's okay with you guys, maybe I can just kind of go at line by line
Sure.
for the structure of the song.
And then tell us which like clips you're talking about specifically.
Or put it in the outline.
Yeah, I'll drop it in. Okay, so overall, the song is at 143 beats per minute in the key of D flat. And I think sonically there's like two heroes, like two main spotlights. It's the 808 bass line and the vocals, especially the do my ladies run this, that loop. But to go kind of line by line on the song, it starts off with an intro. I think the structure and the progression of the song is a bit unique. Whereas the very typical pop song structure would be verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, right? That's your
party chorus.
Third party chorus, right? If you're at YG Entertainment. So this kind of disrupts that flow. It has an intro where you have the very stripped down maybe like the sounds of them like kicking the floor as like a percussive element. And then you've got the loop of do my ladies run this. Again, that's like the other main star of the song. And then you have the Dem Jointz incoming right before verse 1. And then you've got the bass line. And I think from the bass line on the 808, you kind of get the vibe. If you were just to solo the bass line itself, not listen to any other element, you get the vibe of the song because it just occupies so much space in the overall sonic of the mix. It's like the medium lows. You have a nice round sound of that 808 bass. And then as soon as you get into the pre-chorus, you got that same bass line. It's the same chord progression, except there's like effects on that bass line that it adds like more distortion, like there's just more energy being thrown at it. So after verse 1 we go in the pre-chorus, then we go into the chorus, and then we have the post-chorus of the wait do my ladies run this, like 4 times. And then it's building anticipation of they call it for Doechii. And then when there's that Doechii, like her name being shout out, I like how there's like a lot of like reverb and like echo or delay or whatever it is. Like it's not a crisp recording of her voice to make it sound like you're calling to her like across the hall or something. And then her rap drops in, right, and it's like very clear, like it's like you're calling to her from here, and then like her rap comes in and she's like up on the mic,
kind of like the incoming a little bit.
Yes,
incoming.
Exactly. It is in that same structure too, like same thing that you have at the end of the intro, you have right before the Doechii rap, and then as soon as Doechii's rap comes on, you get this like big disruption in the bass line. So that's when the bass line starts becoming a lot more rhythmic, and it becomes more kind of sort of like drill rap Jersey Club in its like rhythm of the 808. And then after like Doechii's rap, you hear this like DJ like backspin effect, and then all of a sudden it goes into like a soft tapestry where you start hearing these like chime sounds and it's the same chime sounds you hear in the chorus, but it's like you were like hard Jersey Club style, and then now it's just like soft in the same like pulsing rhythm that we heard in the intro and in the pre-chorus and the chorus. So we have that, and then let's see. After we have the Doechii rap, we have the Jennie rap, and then we get chorus 2, and then after chorus 2 we have Jennie rapping again, rap 2 with Jennie with Doechii on the ad-libs of Jennie's rap, and then we have the outro, and that's it. Like, so it's, you know, it's kind of a unconventional structure of a song. For the outro, I guess we kind of have a version of the third party chorus. Like if you were to look at the intro versus the intro is much more stripped back. Like, you know, there's like emptiness in the lower frequencies. But in the outro, you've got the bass lines maintaining all the sort of like the soft chimes that you heard in the first 2 choruses, and then just like, I don't know, other echoes, other distortion. So it's kind of like a third party chorus, except as an outro.
Still can't get away from it, can she?
It follows us.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I think in terms of like the 3 layers of the mix, it's like the vocals, number 1, who like occupy that like middle high frequency range, 808 bass in the medium lows that occupy like, I don't know, I want to say like 70% of the audio mix, and then you've got drums, which are like they are most prominent in it's like they put Dem Jointz put 2 sounds on top of each other. It's like the sound of a clap, and then like the hitting the rim of a snare drum. So it's like those 2 things together. So it's like super crunchy, crispy, you know, to like contrast those lower 808 sounds. And then like you hear these like hi-hats once you get to the chorus, which adds a bit of groove.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'd say about the mix. Yeah. I think sonically, I mean, I'll confess, when I heard the song at first, I was like, it's not really that interesting of a song. I didn't like the song.
You did.
But then I listened to it more, and I'm like, okay, I actually really do like it. No,
what
but
I
come around.
Okay,
I think
you're here
it's
now.
good. And you know what really had me come around was the vocal loop of like, you know, do my ladies run this, like that's what's going to stay in my head, and that's going to be really fun to play with as the DJ, as a sample, as a you know, 8-bar loop.
You know what you should do, Peter? My request is for you to mix in some of CL's rap on this beat.
Oh yeah, Hello Bitches, right?
Something
so,
like
Hello
that.
Bitches is also at 140, but like I guess the rhythm, the feel of that is a bit slower. I don't know. Like this like has like, again, that like moments where the rap is like fast, like Jersey Club drill rap.
True.
So I don't know. I'd have to play around with it. But.
Okay, well, that's just my pie in the sky request. I just think CL should be on the official remix. Honestly, she's such a good fit.
Also,
I would like to see that Blackpink and
just the way
together?
that CL raps is so crisp, right? So crisp and clear, dead on the beat.
Right, and we've never really heard them on a song like that together.
Yeah, with members of Blackpink going solo, they should do 21 stuff.
Yeah. I wonder how their relationship is. Maybe there's some beef.
Maybe.
I feel like they lean more towards the like the Baby Monsters to the Sunbays.
Yeah, I mean, given the circumstances of how Blackpink was introduced and compared to 21.
Yeah, the Baby Monsters, the
YG's
meows.
fault. Exactly.
Okay. Is this where we say it's Daebak or not?
Are we still doing that?
Okay. Okay. Well, we all just think it's Daebak, right?
Yeah, I think.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, Peter, you came around to it. Obviously, I started off.
Or else we would have to have a conversation.
like once I heard Doechii was gonna be on the song, I was had to like it.
You
Like,
already Daebak. You pre-Daebaked it.
I
Just like if it were Red Velvet, you just like
100%.
need to put in a pre-reservation of Daebak.
Yes. And then Stephanie, I would assume, since we we were also a Daebak.
Oh yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stephanie's the reason why we're doing this episode.
I'm proudly the reason. Because people who are not even K-pop fans sent it to me like, this is actually fire.
Hey,
You
Love
know?
that.
And just seeing, looking on Doechii's Instagram, how Doechii posted reels and clips of this, and seeing all of the other people in like American entertainment and rap that are responding with fire emojis and complimenting it. It's legit. It's not just a, oh yeah, that little K-pop thing on the side. No, like this hangs with the best.
and this is just the beginning. We have a whole album next month with
Woo!
like what 12 other tracks, 11 other tracks,
Oh my gosh.
featuring other very well-known names in the industry.
Jennie still hasn't released the tracks she has with Dua Lipa, with what's his name?
I don't know. Not important.
Okay. Yeah.
Who cares? some
Childish
Western artist.
Gambino. Childish Gambino.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
Childish Gambino, Dominic Fike, FKJ, Kali Uchis.
FKJ, yeah.
Kali
Uchis, yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
I feel like Jennie is like part of the popular cool kid circle.
definitely.
With
She's
all
had
those
that A-list
collaborators.
star power since
Yeah.
childhood. I'm not
Right.
surprised.
Yeah. But are you saying this in like in comparison to like how Rosé and Lisa and Jisoo are moving through the industry right now? Like
That's exactly what I'm
they
thinking.
sit at different
Like,
tables in the
what?
lunchroom. You mean?
Yeah, I think so. Lisa, okay, look. One, we've seen way more from Blackpink in like the last 3 months than we saw from like Blackpink in like the last 3 years. Like,
10 years probably.
As a group, yeah.
yeah. It's kind of overwhelming, honestly. Like, just keeping up with
It's a
Lisa,
lot.
Jisoo,
All four of
Jennie,
them.
Rosé, yeah. And you can kind of see the approach that they're all taking.
Mhm.
It's slightly different, but like with all of them except for Jisoo, they've been collaborating with Western artists quite a bit. But I get very different vibes and feels from
all
each of
three of the other ones are like native English speakers. That helps, I'm sure.
them. Can I ask a very controversial, tea-inducing question?
Oh boy.
Who do you think is winning
Out of the four
in
of them.
popularity amongst the members of Blackpink?
And see, that's so hard because like Rosé's album is the only one that's out. This one's gonna come out soon, and APT has it took over last year. Like that was the song of the year. So
If not the decade.
technically, I would say
All right.
Rosé, but she also has the crutch of going first. Like
Yeah.
she started. So I feel like we have to wait till everything's been released to like really figure out who kind of had the most impactful solo moment during this new version of Blackpink.
We'll have to see. Can Rosé do it again?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see what her next collaboration is.
And also Lisa, she's technically like in the public eye. She's actor right now because she's on the HBO
She's
White
Mook.
Lotus series.
Oh
so she's
yeah, I
not
should
even
watch White Lotus tonight.
Oh, it's
most
good. It's
Western
great. I love it.
audiences
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
probably gonna know her as an actress before they know her as an artist first. Well, maybe until the Grammys because she's about to perform, or no, not the Grammys, the Oscars with Doja Cat and Ray.
It's kind of funny because what Lisa was more pioneering out of all of them in terms of her like Western oriented collaborations and doing that first.
Yeah.
Um,
You think Jennie kind of caught up and ate her lunch here?
I think so. I hate to say it. Like Lisa's last song with Doja Cat and who
Ray.
else? Ray.
Ray.
Like, it's not a bad song. But I think this is the
It's not edgy.
banger. Yeah. This is the banger between them. And Rosé is like, wedding, family friendly music. Even like, Toxic Till the End. It's still like very Taylor Swift vibes, And then Jisoo is just like K-pop industrial complex.
She's still K-pop. She's still trying to figure herself
Solidly
out.
K-pop. Good.
Oh yeah. By the way, I tried playing Earthquake at the club on Friday as well, and it was flat.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Dang.
I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to go over better, just given the pulsing bass line that song has. But whatever.
Well, we are rooting for all members of Blackpink. Everyone, I love to see that they're like shooting for the moon here. They seem to be individuating, right? Differentiating themselves from one another. And it's just so touching to see them fly.
And so great to see that their solo careers haven't scaled back. I feel like nothing we've seen so far has been like, but you're Blackpink, like as far as like
what's
production
this? Low
level,
No.
budget, general like industry reception. Like they're still up at the top right now as far as girl groups are in the world.
Yes, good for them.
It's funny. I think sometimes like on interviews and news articles, sometimes you'll see SEO optimized things like Blackpink's, Jennie or Lisa or whatever, right? Like to precede it, and like it's like, oh, who is this again? And like, I think sometimes adding the word Blackpink helps, right? Boost the notoriety, legitimacy of the artist by adding that affiliation. But I think increasingly these artists are standing, these solo members are standing in their own right. I think you could probably say Rosé without saying the word Blackpink. And I think you could probably say that with Jennie too at this stage.
Especially now.
I don't think we're quite there yet with Jisoo or Lisa if you're appealing to a Western audience. If you're in a K-pop audience and crowd, they already know.
Oh yeah, we know who all four of them are.
Right.
You have to say La Lisa. You can't just say Lisa. If you say
La
La
Lisa
Lisa, the people know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Wrapping up. Let our listeners know where they can find you on socials. That was so fun.
I'm at DJ Peterlo. Follow me at K-pop gigs and stuff. DJ John has been joining me a lot lately in person for a lot of these gigs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
DJ John, welcome to the Bay. You can find me on Instagram at Catchlight27.
And I'm at PD-Nim on the K-popcast Slack. And of course, you can follow all of us on the K-popcast Slack.
And if you want to support the show, please consider donating to our Ko-fi.
Okay.
Ooh, this is such a banger. Thanks for doing this episode, y'all.
Hit replay.
It is the hit
I will play
replay,
this song.
ultimate hit replay.
I will play this song at my next club gig for sure.
Do it.
And I'll let you know if it goes over well or not.
Have we all listened to
Yeah, let us
Rosé's
know.
album?
I'm eager to hear.
Have we listened to the album?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Because like when Jennie's comes out, like are we interested in like doing like a comparison of like Rosé versus Ruby versus, or what was Rosie versus Ruby versus whatever Lisa's is versus Jisoo a montage?
I don't know how we compare them.
Oh, you
Without
just did,
just-
Peter.
Well, yeah, but like, okay, you know what? Sure, we could do that.
Once Lisa's comes out, then we have we have maybe a few months of like, okay, how has this been trending? Where is Rosie still on the charts? Where is Ruby on the charts still?
Yeah. Okay, listeners, let us know. Okay. All
Is it still
Bye,
recording?
everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Little inside baseball.
Okay. All right. Good night,
Folks
everyone.
listen this long.
어디가 조금 부족해 너는 거기가 뭔가 좀 넘쳐 I don't care 모든 말이 좀 쉽지 꽤나 실행이 어려운 거야 Do it, move it, do it 우린 그냥 할게 내 갈 길은 멀고 그 위에는 넘어가
인천